Hi, I'm Mihata, and this is my Diablo 3 playthrough. It's been quite a while since I played through the Diablo 3 story. I think it's like 5 years since I did that, and I decided to go back and to see what it was like. I chose the Crusader mainly because that's the only class that I have not reached level 70 in Diablo 3. So I gave it a try. The early game was rather slow and painful, mostly because the first few skills are melee, and in Diablo 3 it's really rewarding when there is a killing streak, and I'm not sure if it is 10 or 15 seconds between killing mobs that creates the killing streak, but having melee attack with very slow speed character, it's really hard to keep the killing streak up. Also, I felt a lot of backtracking, especially in the cathedral. Maybe it is because I did not know the map. I'm not sure if the map is static or it changes every time I run every character. But I had a lot of instances where I had to go back all the way to the other side and go to the next level. So that was a bit unpleasant. This one. Very interesting that just before I got to Leoric, I found a unique Leoric's crown, and when I defeated Leoric, I found a second one. So I was lucky enough to have a couple of Leoric's crowns on this run. In the early game, I really enjoyed the crafting. I was passionate, I was quite interested in the drops, mostly because I needed them for crafting. So the items themselves were not that interesting, but I was looking for the rare items so I can salvage them for veiled crystals, and I used those to craft the next level item that provided more damage. That's one interesting side of Diablo 3, where it is the weapon that makes the build. So if the weapon is really strong, then the build is stronger. There are a few uniques that add additional damage, additional benefits, additional features to the skills, and they can also improve. I have one of those items. I found a couple of these items on my playthrough. The theme of this playthrough will be dying just before killing the boss and then restarting the boss. The first time I did this was with the Butcher, where I died when the Butcher was something like 10% health. A bit unfortunate, but I was getting rather impatient and wanted to finish the Butcher sooner. When I reached Act 2, I got access to Fist of the Heavens, which is... I think it is the first real AoE damage that my Crusader had, and that's the main skill that I used for the majority of my run. The primary skill that I used to generate Rat, my resource, was Justice. Justice is a range skill, and it helped me keep the killing streak that I mentioned earlier, and helped me level up my character during the game. In Act 2 I had a really bad time with Dalgar's Oasis. I had to look for the ancient waterway, and this turned out to be pretty challenging. Once again, the topic here is I don't know the maps and if they are static, so at the end I had to look on Google and to search for the right map. Another interesting aspect in Diablo 3 compared to my favorite Diablo 2 is the speeches, the way characters communicate. In Diablo 3 there are small dialogues that characters communicate more like in real life, where in Diablo 2 you know all those walls of text that the game shows when Cain and Warif start talking about what happened and why it happened, and etc, etc, etc. The next boss I faced was Belial, who dropped a couple of unique items, and one of those was the already mentioned unique that makes the build. So in my case this was Dark Light, the legendary flail that makes Fist of the Heavens apply almost 900% more damage. So this drastically improved the kill speed of my character, and I was able to raise the difficulty from Master to Torment 1, and I was able to clear the monsters pretty easily. The most challenging and the most fun and the most interesting fight was with Asmodan, and the interesting thing was that his fireball was one-shotting me, so that made the run pretty interesting, the fight pretty challenging. Basically I died a couple of times when I just got hit by the fireball. Another aspect that I enjoyed quite a lot in Diablo 3 were the cinemas, and in particular this clip where Diablo and Imperius fight in front of the Diamond Gates in the High Heavens. I think this was really well done, and I enjoyed watching it and diving into it. I liked that Act 4 and Act 5 were rather quick and rather short. I'm not sure how much of that is the improvement of the mobility of my character, or just the game is designed this way on purpose, because I was getting rather impatient with the playthrough at this point, and I'm really happy that I managed to complete it. You can see that on my fight with Orzile I had another pretty unfortunate death just before I finish the boss. That's how I suck at these games. And last but not least in this playthrough was Maltail, who was average boss fight, nothing special that I could remember, that I could notice. One big no-no in Diablo 3 is crowd controlling bosses. That I don't know how they came up with this one and why it is in the game, but that's something that I found and I really didn't like it. And this is the build that I completed my Diablo 3 playthrough. So I crafted two-handed mace that has a lot of damage. This shield guard of Joanna provides or improves my blessed hammer damage by 200%, and it hits 3 targets. And it is It is a really nice shield because it also provides life on rat spend and improves my rat generation. This legendary ring, Word Ward, it has 33% chance to stun enemy with lightning damage, so I put lightning damage on all my skills, so I have more and more chance to stun the enemies, even the bosses, as I mentioned. Omni Slash, just a legendary belt that I found. I found this just before the end of the game, and it alters the slash melee skill, so I put it and gave it a try. Broken Crown, which gives me more gems, and Talisman of Aronok, that prevents cold damage and heals me. These are the... So thank you so much for watching this video. It was fun to try something new, to mix it up a little bit in Diablo 3. I don't plan on making another playthrough soon, but if you think I'm missing something, please let me know in the comments. Bye for now.